welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Today I am going to talk about the software of my planner. So it's funny, just a little bit of a story. I was putting together planning my setup for 2022, both for my EDC and my extension. And I wanted to do like a separate thing where what is in the planner software and what is the planner as far as dividers, inserts, the cover, hardware. So I know it's pretty cheesy, but that's just how my brain was working as far as planning it out. So I also decided, maybe I'll talk about it that way as well when I do my reveal for 2022 in my videos. So I have my guide with me. This is pretty much how I plan. This is the final summary of my planning systems for my EDC and my extension. This was the final draft, or the final thing, because I think I drafted it out in my planner setup planner, but I put it in my brain dump notebook so that I can take it with me anywhere where I'm like planning and stuff, so I can make changes and whatnot. So today I will be talking about the software, where I will talk about why I'm using this insert, how I'm using it, and all the different elements in my planner. And then tomorrow I will do a hardware video just talking about where everything is from, because a lot of people prefer to just know what the planner is all about and they don't really care as much where everything is from. But I will still kind of link stuff maybe on this video, maybe, but definitely we'll be linking it in the other video when I talk about the hardware. So let's get started. The only thing I will say about the cover, it's hella gorgeous. I will talk about more of that later. I actually did do an unboxing on my cover last year, so I will link that in the cards right now if you guys are interested to watch. But I did move to Franklin Covey Compact. That is the size of my planner right now, and I am loving it so far. I think it's the happiest medium between a personal size and an A6 altogether. So just all that stuff. Pocket-wise, it's more deco related up here. Sticky notes right there. 2 cards that I made on Canva. And just going through it, I have my tabs. So my top tabs are 6 sections, and if you know where my top tabs were from last year, you guys will kind of figure out where these are from. But I have schedule, finance, home, health, work, and notes. And then I have my page flags right here to kind of section out the inserts that are mostly used for the planner. And then on the bottom, I have my month, day, and future tabs, just to mark off as far as like schedule. So first things off, I have a calendar, and then first is my inbox section. So I did opt to use 2 types of inbox inserts this time. I did this running list, which is just a simple list, and then I have this one that is detailed. I think if there are times when I have like an idea for something and then I need to write more notes about it, this is pretty useful. And then I want to use that in congruence with this inbox key sticky note. I still need to figure out what my codes are and the description for each code, but I think I'll do that. I think that's what the C is for, I think, as far as the code on these 2 inserts. So I will figure that out, and then I will do an updated thing as far as, I'll probably do like a monthly review on my planner and on how things are going, and then what changes that I'm going to make for the new month. Hopefully that will work out. And then next is my schedule. So my schedule is my monthly, my weekly, daily, and my future logs. So anything that is schedule related, it's in this section. So I have my monthly view. I did do a monthly plan with me. I will link it in the cards right now, but for the most part, it is just a month calendar, horizontal, and then priorities and to-dos, and notes for the next month. Pretty simple, not too complicated. And then on the back, I am doing a 1 line a day and then just a grid over here for memory keeping or whatever that I want to do. So that's that. And then I also wanted to keep my reoccurring tasks for the year in my monthly section because it just makes sense to like do it on or put it in this section. I have reoccurring tasks such as like my car maintenance, registration, lease renewal, some health stuff like my physical, eyes, OB, dental, flu, and COVID shots, because I think we're pretty much going to be a yearly COVID shot type of thing, like the flu shot, my mattress and my changing sheets, fridge, pantry, deep cleaning, and all that stuff. So I just did this, and I just mark it off when I last did that. This part I don't really have like a use for quite yet. I may or may not use it, but we'll see. Next is my weekly / daily section. So for the month of January, I decided to do a week flowing into the day type of insert. So if you guys have noticed, this is the week, and it's just a week on one page where it has the days, obviously, and some box grid to just write events and important to-dos, running to-do list, meals for the week, and then some notes for next week, and then it moves to each day. So it has 7 days on here. Just flipping through, and then my daily does consist of my sleep and wake up time, schedule, to-dos, expenses, and a rapid log. And then it moves on to the next week. This is the current week right now. And then it moves on to each day, and then moving on to another week again. So it's nice, and I think it flows really well, and we'll see how I like it. I copied the version or the layout of my journal, so I just wanted to like test it out. So, and then next is my future log, and then I have this future monthly. It's like just the months and then with all the days on here. Pretty simple, and it's just for me to write some events for the future. I write in pencil if it's not too sure yet, and then I write it in pen if it's a solid, it's gonna happen type of event. So in my guide, that's how I pretty much like planned everything. So I actually wrote on here, it's a hardware and software combination, where I wrote where the insert is from or where I intend to use it, and then like what's in the insert itself. And then next is, I actually flip these. Finance is actually the second section of my planner. So here I have my finance goals. And then this is actually goals for the year. And then these are goals for the month, because it has 10 goals to write on and then a reflection. So that's nice. I think I'll print this obviously like 12 times, one for each month. And then I have my spending rules. It's the same rules, just on a different design and layout this time. And then same thing to the financial freedom formula. And then I like this to save for insert. I think this will be used if I'm saving up for, let's say, a planner or a vacation and all that stuff. It's just like pretty motivating to have this in this planner. I do have a savings planner or insert also in my extension, but I think this one is more for like specific stuff. And then I just have my loan information, which I covered. And then next is my bill tracker. So my bill tracker is pretty much the same as it was last year. It's just checking off each month, each bill when I paid it off for like each month. So I typed out the due dates and then what the bill is, and then I just keep checking off, obviously, when I paid it off. And then this insert has the same thing on here. I'm not really sure what I want to do. Maybe write how much I spent for each day. That's kind of just like an idea, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to do that. And then next is an order tracker insert. And then I have a variation of this insert and I switch it to an Amazon order. So you know how when you order stuff on Amazon, you tend to order different things, right? And then sometimes they don't get to you the same day. They get shipped like in different days. So it's nice to actually write down what I ordered instead of just like writing it on here and say Amazon because sometimes they get shipped on different days and you receive them on different days and stuff. So I just wrote down actually what I bought from Amazon yesterday or today. And then next is a no spend challenge, savings challenge, and that's it for my finance section. Next is my home section. So my home section, I wanted to do a more overview of like stuff that I wanted to have like in my home to keep track of because my extension is my home binder for the most part. So all the nitty gritty specific things that I don't necessarily need to bring with me every day is in my extension. But I do like having lists also in my EDC, like just like regular lists, which I'll explain in a little bit. So that's like pretty much how I differentiated home and home overview and home detailed in my extension. So this is my EDC planning and this is my extension. As you can see, I do have like a home detailed right here, and I'll get to that when I actually talk about my extension. But just so you guys know, I do have home sections for both, but the information is different. It's not repeated. So I have this shit to-do list, and it's pretty much like what I need to do, but I don't want to do. And I think that's very appropriate, especially when it comes to like house stuff, because it's adulting and I hate adulting. I made myself a cleaning guide, my home information, car information again, and then I have my car info. I do need to print a photo of my car and write these out. But I did write my maintenance log stuff that I moved from my extension to here. So it's pretty much up to date. So I have a few pages of that. And then I have some meal ideas, which is broken down to breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And then here are the lists that I'm talking about. So I want to do a home project list, and this is just a general list of what projects that I want to do. And then in my extension, I have an actual project insert where I plan the actual project itself, if that makes sense. So what it is, how I'm doing it in the extension, that's where it is. So I have home projects. When did I last? What's in my car? Things to buy in bulk. What's in my pantry? And I intended to use this whole insert just for that. And then favorite meals, and that's it. So not a lot of like too complicated lists. It's just like, you know, things that I know that I will eventually have to like go through more often. So I opted to do that in my EDC rather than my extension. So that's my home section. Next is my health section. So I did take away my health section, I think the beginning of the year. I don't even remember honestly, but I decided to put it on here again because I do need to focus on my health, and I neglected a lot of that last year because I focused a lot on myself with work. So, and I got sick and I got tired and burnt out and stuff, and I still am. So I intend to do better for 2022. So as far as my health section, I made a morning routine, a night routine, and then this fold out, I do intend to track probably my cycle on this one, and then just like, this is all just cycle related, like what I'm feeling and stuff regarding all that. So I use that. And then this personal info, medical info insert, I also need to fill out, of course. And then it comes with like a doctor visit log, but I didn't really like, I actually need to take this out. I didn't really like the layout of this where it has the doctor, date, time, symptoms, prescriptions, and all that stuff. So I did do this instead. Let me see, it's doctor visits. So it's pretty much just like write whatever, not like all these stuff, because like if I go to a doctor, sometimes they don't really prescribe me with anything. So I don't need that part right there. So I just write a date and time right here, what the appointment was all about, and then if I need to reschedule and when my next appointment is. So I do need to take this out, but this one I needed, so I like that part. I won't use this part. And then next I have my hair care routine that I made, skin care I also made, and then going to my trackers. So I do have a habit tracker and a mood tracker, which is the same insert. And it's nice because the insert is fillable. You can technically type out whatever you want. So I have my physical health, habits, hygiene, and mental health, and then productivity, and then productivity rating. I don't have anything on the bottom here. I was forcing myself to like put something on there, but honestly, like putting too much can be overwhelming, and it won't be like as fun to track things anymore because it will feel like a chore. So that's pretty much like the stuff that I track. And then the mood tracker, I did AM and PM. So AM is right here, and then PM is right there. And then I divided it to high, medium, and low. So high feelings, medium feelings, and low feelings. So high being joyful, relaxed, productive, energetic, and motivated. Medium is content, good, normal, average, uneventful. And then low, obviously exhausted, anxious, frustrated, insecure, and sad. So I did this again for morning and at night because your mood does change throughout the day, and I didn't want to be just confined into like the one mood per day. So I did that. Next is a health log. I did print out 2 because I want to keep track of my health log, and then my partner is the worst at keeping track of anything. That's why I am the planner in this relationship, so I printed out 1 for him as well. And then next is this fold out, which I intend to use as a symptom log. I need to actually grab the key from what I used from last year and just transfer it out over here. And then I intend to use stickers again where I, depending on what the symptom is, like the color of the sticker, and then probably write notes on, to describe more of what I felt. And then I already showed you these. And then just a really like cute list, like a growth mindset thing. And then that is my health section. Next is my work section. This first page right here is just my work information that I typed up. It's the same thing as it was in my planner last year. And then for here, I do have my schedule sign-up days. I still need to write them down because they're at work actually. I don't really have the stuff with me, so I need to grab a copy of that and then write them on here in my planner. And then on the back, I have like to-dos, requirements, like tasks and stuff that are nursing work related. So for my work section, I did divide it into 2. I have my nursing part, and then I also have my social media part. So I do want to consider social media as a type of work, but it's like more of a fun work than the nursing part. So yeah. So I have the social media refresh insert. And then here is my social media calendar. It's the same as my extension. I did move this to here because this is pretty much where I do the bulk of my planning. So I opted to put it in here instead of my extension. So it's just a baby version. It has the calendar, important to-dos, what videos I'm planning on doing for the month, other to-dos, and then some notes. And then a spot for brain dump and all that. And then I have this 4-box grid insert just for whatever. And that's pretty much my work section. Not too bad. And then lastly is my notes section, which is just pretty much for blank notes pages. So this is a brain dump insert, a box grid insert, and that's it. That's for my notes. And then I do have this custom that I got and it's just some dot stickers and some icon stickers that I can actually put in my planner. And in the back, there's really nothing on here. And then here I have this baby. This is my brain dump notebook. So I really enjoyed having a brain dump notebook with me. And because it's like, it's just basically writing stuff and you don't have to worry about what it looks like. You don't post it. It's pretty much like just for you. And it's just ideas and thoughts and to-dos and stuff that you just want to get out of your brain and then transfer it to the necessary or the right planner, the right notebook, the right whatever. I do like this, and I actually did buy another one, but I realized that I liked bringing it with me, but it's big. This is an A5 size actually, so it's too big for me. So I got this notebook instead, and I just put it on my back pocket, and then I just bring it with me. Technically, I haven't brought this planner out with me yet, but that's pretty much the intention, is to bring this notebook with me everywhere. And then I actually already filled it out. I had a major brain dump session last night, and I just wrote everything down, like different ideas and all that, and then once everything is transferred or done, I'll just cross it off with a highlighter. And like I said, I don't care what it looks like because it's not for like aesthetic purposes. It's actually functional and not, you know, it's just for me. And then I am just using an ollie clip to keep it closed and then just attach it into my planner. It does come up this way because this is a basic slim and it's taller. So, but I really don't mind because I never intended to have this planner to have a back pocket anyway, but now I have a use for it. So it worked out really well. So that is it for my setup. That's how I'm using my planner. It's pretty simple, not as much different as it was from last year. So if that's boring to you, I'm sorry, but like, I am using what works for me, and if it's not broken, why fix it? So that's pretty much like the saying, right? So yeah, they are different inserts, but as far as the thought of using the inserts themselves, it's pretty much the same. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you guys like this sort of video, it's actually pretty quick, I think. You know, it's not as bad as if I talked about where things are from while talking about how I use it. So let me know if this is a preferred method of planner video than the combination one. So I will do a hardware, like I said, to just talk about where things are from. That's probably going to be a lot faster too, because I'm not going to talk about how I use it. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And of course, if you want to see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.